Okay, this is my next video. It's like super late. It's like 11. Well, okay, my bad because I stay up really late like every night. Even when I don't have to. Like I'll have homework and I'll do it super quick and I'll just stay up to like do art and stuff. I don't know why I do that, but this is my next video and I think for the rest of these, I'm just gonna talk about like what happens in my day and like my day and stuff. Like, I think I'm gonna focus on that. Just because I think it's oh god, look at my hair, I have to wash it. Oh, I'm gonna wash it after this. I'm being a little quiet because I left my headphones at school, like in my school. And I guess I'll just get them tomorrow. I mean it's Thursday, so let's see everything that happened today. So in the morning I had religion. I go to Catholic school. Um I had religion with my friend. What did I call her last time? um What did I call? There's buttons, butterscotch, metal beam, block, little moon. What did I call her? Oh, Tangerine. I had my first class with Tangerine, and Tangerine, I love Tangerine in this class, even though we don't really sit near each other. We look over at each other all the time, and we always are snarking to each other. We just joke about everything that's going on. But we had a substitute teacher, and she was pretty nice. I think I've had her before, but I just don't remember. Like, but I recognized her. And I didn't wear any makeup. Oh, I'll start with the very beginning of my morning actually. um, so I woke up and I took a shower like super quick, like a fresh little shower, just because I was being stinky. Like, this is gross, but sometimes like I'll be playing video games and stuff late at night, and then like when I play TF2 especially, like my adrenaline goes up, so like I start sweating, like I literally start physically sweating, and I'm sweating the game. So then I wake up and I'm all smelly, so I'm like, ew, I can't go to school like this. So I just took a quick shower and I didn't even put any makeup on, and usually I wear a lot of makeup to school. But this day I didn't, and my skin's been looking really good. Like I wear sunscreen. I changed to like a full like ordinary skincare routine because I used to do like a bunch of mishmash like drugstore stuff, but I got like a set of ordinary stuff like the 2 cleansers and the salicylic acid and then 2 moisturizers with glycolic acid um for Christmas. So I've been enjoying that, and I think I got that from my aunt. So I've been enjoying that. Um and like honestly it's paying off, like not a brand endorsement obviously, but like it's really good for you and I like it a lot. Um and yeah, I woke up. I didn't, and I literally when I started, it was so cold. I dried off in my like a bathroom next to my room, which is very fancy. Um, and I just like I jumped in my bed and I was like, I'm shivering. So I accidentally fell asleep, and then by the time that I go to school at like 7:30, so by the time that I woke up, it was already 7. So I'm not gonna rush around and look for all my stuff, and then like take all the time to do my makeup and end up late. Um, I might go late tomorrow. No, I don't want to go to my first block. I know that's bad. I know I shouldn't encourage belligerent absences like that, but sometimes I do it just because I hate that class so much. It's math. I'm really good at everything but math. I'm taking AP Science, an AP Language, an AP Social Study, and like AP Art, and I'm failing. Like I have good grades in all of those. The only thing that I'm not good at also is language. Math and language are like my two. Where I'm good at English, obviously, but I'm trying to learn Spanish because my boyfriend Butterscotch, he's Colombian and he speaks Spanish and his whole family speaks Spanish. And I want to be able to like connect more and stuff, and be able to like impress his family. I guess I'm always really eager to impress them, and I think sometimes he's not as eager to impress them as I am, but I guess that's just family. Um, but I really want to impress them and make sure like they like me. I think they like me. I don't even know what they think about me personally. I just I I don't know. I just whatever, right? I his mom is so passive aggressive. Like she's so passive aggressive. Like it's like you can never tell if she's mad or she's happy or what. Like mixed messages all around, lady. But I hate to even saying that because she's been so nice and hospitable to me. Like I had to sleep over at their house a lot because of my parents and stuff, and it's just like I'm so she's extremely kind and hospitable. I think I just get in my own head too much. I get a little insecure when I'm trying to impress people. But I'm pretty lucky because I'm not trying to impress people all the time. I'm mostly just happy being me. But um I got totally off track. So yeah, and then I woke up and I just put on some Vaseline, put it in my pocket, got dressed, and then I walked out to the car and I thought that my dad had seen me. I can't drive yet, even though I'm 16 because I failed my permit test twice and I need to study for it again, but I'm so scared that I'm gonna fail it, so to be honest, I'm really just mostly scared and I hate going there. And sometimes I have to be honest, like when I don't want to do something, it will like affect my ability of it like forever. Like that's like how math is. It's just so much stuff is in my life. But I need to work past it because whenever I do work past it, I do great things. Like I didn't really like programming when I first did it, and then I coded a game when I was like a kid, and I ended up on the news, sounding like a daily, like a little like segment. It was like 5 seconds, but it was still really impressive, and I was really proud of myself. And I should have taken that as a lesson, and I should have gotten more into the grind. But if you're a girl who codes, you know it's a dangerous land out there because guys who code are literally repulsive. That's really mean. Not all guys who code are literally repulsive, but the ones at my school really are. Like I went in robotics for a little bit, and there's like this guy, and he has like lolly like underage girl anime stickers all over his computer, and it just makes me uncomfortable, man. Like I don't want to be there. And everyone's just kind of a jerk, but yeah, maybe that's just my own opinion. I don't know. I kind of think people are jerks sometimes, even when they're really just normal people. So I guess that's just me. And then I I don't know. I'm just oh yeah. So then I walked to like my dad's car and I was waiting in the passenger seat and he was taking forever and he was just dilly dallying. I could see him through the window. He was vacuuming, like listening to stuff and dancing around. I was like, "What are you doing?" And I finally walked back and I was all in a huff because I'm always grumpy in the morning. And I was like, "Dad, let's go. It's 7:37. It's almost 7:40." And he was like, "I thought you were still in your room." And I was like, "My fault. My fault." You know what? Actually, my fault for that one. So then we drove to school and I went to school and I got to see my friends in the library. I saw Tangerine and Butterscotch, and I love how Tangerine and Butterscotch are friends, to be honest. I'm really happy that my friend group is a very co ed friend group, and that all the boyfriends and the girlfriends and the girls are all like consolidated in one place. Um, I don't know if I talked about this before, but Tangerine has a massive crush on this guy. I'll call him I'll call him Treebark. Tangerine loves this guy Treebark. And it's the craziest story ever because apparently, like, I've kept up with this whole stupid thing, but like, he rejected her and then started dating another girl, and then they broke up, and now she's into him again. And Treebark hasn't told me anything about how he feels about it, but I guess that's none of my business. But I'm just saying because Tangerine tells me everything. It's like 50% of our conversations now, and I love her, and it's like sometimes I don't want to hear about this stupid guy. Just my opinion. But other than that, it was fun. We were all chilling out and stuff. And then I went to my first class with Tangerine, and we watched a movie in our class. I forget what it was about. It was about this guy who he's a lawyer, and he is exonerating someone who's wrongly put on death row. and I really loved it because I think that the law, if used correctly, is one of the most like beautiful like beacons of fairness that we have. Um, but its misuse is so rampant, and that's why I wouldn't want to get into like the prison system and pro bono work. I mean, maybe pro bono, but I don't think I would get into criminal defense law full time. I just I don't have the heart for it. If I knew somebody was innocent, I can, and my life was in their hands, I don't think I could mentally handle that. I think that would ruin me. Or if I knew someone was guilty and I got them off, like I got them off the hook. I think justice is so important, and I think that even if you get your comeuppance in other ways, it should be exemplified by the state. For the most part, I think there are exceptions, of course, but then I had my next class, which was art, and that was so fun, and my art project is turning out super good. I'll put it here. Wow! I'm I'm an AP art, and my sustained investigation is about like falling in love, young love, and like the impermanence of young love. And I'm using my boyfriend now as my muse because I love him and he motivates me to draw and to paint, and he's probably what I draw the most. I would like put some images here probably of me and like drawing him and stuff. And then I love him so endlessly, and I think that he is so beautiful. But really, like the crux of my kind of story is about my ex. Like I had a very serious long-term relationship with someone, um and what we had was really special. I just I it was not it was not good. It was not good. It was very good for him, but it wasn't good for me. But it taught me so much about myself and what I needed and what I wanted and what makes me feel beautiful and how can make others feel beautiful, and that you should really focus on the pursuit of like you should not get into a relationship to be loved. You should get in a relationship to love. But if you're not being loved and you're just loving, there's no point. Also, so I guess it's a little bit of a paradoxical balance. I mean, at the end of the day, like I was so I was such a different person than I am now, and like like I used Discord to text like everything back then. It's just kind of funny. Now I just use it like if I want to call all my friends on one big venue. Everyone else just texts their Instagram unless or like messages. Like unless you're square. That's mean, but that's how I feel. So it's kind of about that and about like the metamorphosis and the reflection that came during and after that relationship, and how I changed like who I was, and also the humorous stuff. And yeah, I mean, I I just am really fortunate that that made me the person that I am today, that I'm able to love my current like beautiful boyfriend like as much as I feel it. I mean, I can never love him enough, but or at least show him that I love him enough to at least to get to a point with that. So moving on. Oh my gosh. The whole time I was just being silly because I was basically done with my project. Like today was like kind of the deadline. I was basically done with my project, and I was talking with my friends, and I was like I was thinking about stupid Hazbin Hotel, the new show that came out, and like I just love joking about the show. I haven't even watched it, but I listened to the whole soundtrack, and honestly, I have such bad taste. I hate musicals, but I love like musical music, and I don't like AGR. That's some serious dookie. I don't know. But um, then like I just really like the soundtrack, so I was thinking about it, and I like the actual show looks like dookie ass butthole. Like I watched like the trailer, and I was like, how do people like this? How do people like this? This looks like it's made for babies. But then I was talking to my friends, I was like, what would you do if if you if you had to spend 5 nights at Freddy's, but you needed to train first and learn all the Baldi's basics? So you tuned in your computer and learned at the amazing digital circus, but then you slipped and fell on some ink from Bendy's ink puddle, and you died and you woke up and you were in the Hasman Hotel, and then my friend what did I call my friend Lila Moon at lunch today, like when I was saying all that, she was like, what if I sucked your cock at the Hasman Hotel because I'm one hell of a boss? And then you didn't like it, so you had to hide away from me. Sorry. Sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. I thought it was pretty funny though. I thought it was pretty awesome. But I guess it was just funny in the moment. And then during lunch, Butterscotch, like the night before we had taken like this test of like, are you like it was like a feminist quiz of like what type of feminist are you, and it was like, are you an intersectional feminist, like a woman of color feminist, like a radical feminist, lesbian feminist, eco feminist, liberal feminist, not feminist at all? And we all took it, and it was pretty interesting, like the results, and we were talking about stuff, and I like learning about feminism. I like learning about feminist figures. I think that like everyone was surprised I was so like high, like women of color feminism. This is gonna sound like bitchy signaling right now, but I don't mean it as that. But it's literally like because like it's just history. Like white feminism has like been has like systematically oppressed women of color for generations. Especially women of color who also want to be intellectuals like these white women, feminists. And I'm saying that as a white woman, obviously, but I just think it's so important, and I think that so many people overlook it in their view of feminism. I mean, it's getting definitely a lot better now, but who am I to speak? I'm not a woman of color, so that's just how this is what I believe. And excuse me, my hair is so greasy. Um, and then I what did I do? Oh yeah, and then I had my last class, and that's my AP English language class, and I have that with Tangerine too. And Tangerine and I, we're like the only ones that participate in the class, and I love participating. It makes me feel so smart. Um, we had to analyze ads, so we chose like a print ad. So ours was a Dior ad with Bella Hadid, and I analyzed it super hard, and she talked to me after. She's like, "You did all the talking." I was like, "I'm sorry," but usually she does all the talking. To be honest, Tangerine kind of her dad is a manager, like an engineering manager. He's like a super smart guy, and she's sharp as a tack. She's legitimately the smartest people ever. Like she's super good at English and art and math and science and just everything and physics, and I'm like, whoa. And she wants to get into she wants to get into chemistry because a major. I'm like, heck no. I'm gonna be an English or history major all the way. But um like I'm so supportive of her, and I wish her nothing for the best, like nothing but the best in that endeavor, and I'm really happy she's in my life. But my boyfriend Butterscotch is also really smart. He's also like super smart like that, but he always understates himself. But whatever. And I guess like sorry, sorry. I think that maybe sometimes she gets a little cocky. I know that sounds mean, but I think sometimes she gets a little cocky and she gets a little bossy about stuff. And she's like, this way is the only way. And I'll try to explain to her like, no, this way is so much better, because I'm kind of like that too sometimes when it comes to stuff that I'm really really passionate about. Most of the time, I'm just like, whatever you say. But for some reason with English, I get in such like a jerk mood. Like I was talking about it with Wessa, and Wessa was like, I exactly know what you mean, because it matters to be right. If you have an opinion, you should think it's right. And I'm like, okay, it's not that serious most of the time, but for some reason in English, it's just serious for me. I'm wearing shorts, by the way. Sorry, but Oh, Butterscotch got me this, by the way, like forever ago, but I just love it so much. And, um, I guess, what else? Oh, yeah. And then after school, I stayed a little bit late and I said that I was going to study because I had a math test coming up and I actually need to do good because my grades right now are like I have an A, and then I have like 5 A's and then like 3 F's. It's really bad. I have no B's, no C's, just A and F. It's like A and W, like from Lana Del Rey or like the Sodi, but it's A and F. Oh, 'cause I'm fly AF. Duh. So maybe I'll keep it like that. Just kidding, no, I won't. But I'll get all A's this year. But I don't know. I like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So then, excuse me. Um, so then I I just hung out and I was such a big back greedy like thing today because we were driving Buttons home because sometimes she just needs a ride and just like everybody needs a ride sometimes, so we just drove her home. And then there was a 7-Eleven nearby and I was like, oh my god, I need a Slurpee right now. And Butterscotch, she was like, we don't need it. Butterscotch was driving by the way. Butterscotch was like, we don't need a Slurpee. I'm not gonna get a Slurpee. Do you really want a Slurpee? And I was like, heck yes, I really want a Slurpee. I'm like craving it so bad. I don't know why I was craving a Slurpee so bad. But I should have just waited because we went to the 7-Eleven and the machine was broken. It came out and it was like gross, like sugary, like sody. It was disgusting. I was utterly disgusted. So then I went it was like in a little strip mall type area. So I went to the next place over and it was super good. I went there with my dad and we got breakfast one time, like before I had detention. I've only got one detention ever, but before I got detention and we had a donut and it was like one of those places, I think they're all over like the SoCal like valley type area where it's like they have donuts and then they have like the bobas that you can choose from and I always get honeydew because I think it's so delicious. But I haven't said it was too sweet, but I enjoyed it. But I still was craving a Slurpee, you know what I mean? Like I need a good red 40 Slurpee. The red is my favorite, but I needed good red 40 Slurpee. But I persevered. I lived on. Um. So yeah, and then like I enjoyed it. It was super yums. But then I went back to school and Tangerine was there and Tangerine and Butterscotch and we hung out because we didn't really feel like studying, so we just hung out. And then we went to the store next to our school and we got some snacks. We got some kettle corn and I didn't eat that much, but I still felt like really greedy after having that big boba. Like it's one of the ones too where it's like the like kind of like ground up ice smoothie too. It's not even like a tea or anything or something light like a coffee. Um and then we just hung out for a little bit and then my dad picked me up and I feel bad because yesterday I told my dad, oh let's go see a movie, but by the time that we got home I was so exhausted, so I was like, Dad, let's go see a movie right now. And we saw this movie Argyle, which I watched with my mom over last weekend, but it's literally the worst movie. It's not the worst movie, it's a good movie. I don't even know how to describe it. You just have to watch it yourself. No, no spoilers. But my dad really liked it, and I was describing the movie to him before we watched it, and Bryan Cranston is in it, you know, Walter White, and I was like, and then Bryan Cranston goes, "Rawr, I'm Bryan Cranston, ah, Bryan Cranston, I am the danger, I am the danger." And he laughed at that, and I was describing all the cool stuff that Bryan Cranston did in the movie, and then we talked about my dad is so mean. He was talking about the lead actress. I'd choose the lady in Jurassic World, and he was like, "She's gone back." And I was like, "Just kidding." I was laughing. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But he's so mean, and he means it. And then my dad loves Dua Lipa. My dad loves Dua Lipa, and Dua Lipa is in that movie, and he recognized her right away. And it's not like one of those things where it looks a lot like her, like, right away. Like, she's wearing, like, makeup and, like, a wig and stuff. But I guess my dad just recognized her, and he was like, I like Dua Lipa in this movie. And I was like, dude, she was in it for 5 minutes. Stop. And then he was talking to me after the movie. And oh my god, during the movie, I literally fell asleep during the whole movie because I had already watched it, so I just fell asleep. So I took like a however long the movie was nap, and I just like chilled out and like relaxed. And then I was waking up. I was like, yeah, and that movie was so good. And he was like, you didn't even watch it. And I was like, yeah, I was asleep, but I already know what happens in it. So I enjoyed that. Um, and then um, I just like I was just really happy. Oh, and then my dad was like, oh, by the way, my girlfriend, um, and her two kids are gonna come down to Universal Studios 'cause they live in Arizona. Are gonna come over to Universal Studios, and you're gonna come with. And I was like, I am? Hell no, I don't. She's nice and stuff, but I don't know. I just that sounds boring. Going to and they're like young too, so it's not like one of those things where I'd like we get along super well to the point where I'd like have a great time. And I'm already not an amusement parks person, but I'm thinking maybe if I can get Butterscotch to go with me, it'll be fun. Um, and then I went home and I fed my dog and I kissed him and hugged him because he's so cute and I love him. And then I went on the phone with Butterscotch. And what I like about Butterscotch is that like we're able to just hang out a lot of the time. Like it never feels like anything's ever too serious. I think sometimes I make things really serious, but he always brings me back to kind of being silly again. And I think I brought that up is that I love how silly he is. We played Minecraft for a little bit, but then sometimes I don't know if anyone else has this, where it's like you play Minecraft for a little while and you get super nauseous. Like it's the only game that makes me nauseous, and it's like I can play like 3D games like left and right, like my favorite game is Team Fortress. I can play that and feel fine. I don't know why Minecraft of all things gets to me so much. Whatever. It's just my little quirk, I guess. And now I'm here and I'm gonna take a shower, wash my hair, play some Team Fortress while my hair dries, and then probably go to bed. By that time it'll be pretty late. But tomorrow's Friday and it's a half day for me, so that's nice. I think the three things I was most grateful for today were butterscotch, um, TikTok. No, I can't say TikTok. Art. I drew a lot today. This is really stupid. I've been doing like Has Been Hotel like redesigns because I hate this show so much. I haven't even watched the show. I'm just like chronic hater. Um, so art, butterscotch art, and then my dad. I love my dad. So I think those are my three things I was grateful for today. I think tomorrow my main goal will be to tell a little more funny jokes. I've been kind of unfunny lately for some reason. I'm usually pretty funny, but tomorrow I want to be a little bit funnier. And I've been like weirdly TMI lately, but I guess that's why I'm making this, so I can be TMI in my own space. Um, and a lot of my friends are on retreat right now. They're on like retreat, so when they come back, I'm gonna be really happy. And yeah, that's my life. I guess I can show you some of my art before I go to bed, before I call it a night. This is gonna be my Alice thing. And I want to make him like all cool and stuff. I don't know if you can even see. I want to make him all cool and stuff, but I kind of, I feel kind of shit the bed. And then, oh my gosh, a couple years later, I do eventually like Better Call Saul art, but I don't really notice anymore, so it's all dookie. I used to do a lot of caricature too. Like I went through a phase of like old businessman. That's kind of like my like caricature kind of signal, I guess. And then oh, I was drawing. This is like my husk and my Alistair. This is not Alistair Angel with us. I think. I, this is so cringe. This is a lot of vulnerability right now. When I see my parents, I hug and I kiss them. That's kind of an old sketchbook. I think I'm gonna get a new sketchbook soon to be able to like make a big one again. Oh, I was gonna originally make like some drawings for this. This is how I draw myself. It's like a portrait of me, and then I was drawing buttons. Like, so here's me. I was like, ah, you're so cool. This is Buttons when she was singing for her band, and this is Buttons like she has like a photo like she's just like photo shoots and stuff. She's like an Instagram kind of model. And this is her like when she's in my class and stuff. Like she's so chill, like she's so sweet, and that's me like wow. I don't know. I hope one day I can be that cool. I wish I could be all cool like my friends, but anyway, I think that is gonna be it for the night.